These 3 exercises are a staple in my core routine, and if I had to start calisthenics all over again, I would make sure to incorporate these as soon as possible. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. If all you're doing for your abs is spamming crunches over and over again, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over 3 harder core exercises that you guys are probably not doing that is also specific to help you with calisthenics, and you can perform this at home without any gym equipment. Now, if you're just doing crunch after crunch, hoping that it'll give you a strong core, it might not be the most efficient way to go about it. Now, crunches aren't inherently bad, but to be honest, they're usually not enough. There are so many exercises that are better than the crunch that helps you target all of your core musculature and not just the top portion of your rectus abdominis, which is responsible for that 6-pack muscle. Now, before I go into the 3 core exercises, here's why I think the crunch falls short. The first reason is that they mainly just train the surface muscles, and to be specific, the rectus abdominis. The rectus abdominis is that 6-pack muscle, and that muscle is responsible for spinal flexion, which is just bending your spine just like that. But the movement of the crunch does not target really the entire set of the core muscles, including your deep core stabilizers, such as your transverse abdominis and your obliques as well. Another reason that crunches fall short is because they don't really teach you to brace your core. And in calisthenics, that is huge. You have to brace your core in muscle ups and push-ups and planks, handstands, human flags. From beginner calisthenic movements all the way to advanced calisthenic movements, you have to brace your core, and crunches don't really train you for that. The third reason being that crunches don't really have a direct carryover to calisthenics. I mean, sure, yeah, you can do like 100 crunches and you'll feel a really good burn in your rectus abdominis. And if that's what you want, by all means, you can keep doing them, but the carryover to calisthenics is kind of minimal. A lot of calisthenic skills requires full body tension, and in crunches, all you're doing is just contracting these top portions of your rectus abdominis. And the final reason why I think the crunch falls short is because if not done properly, or if done too much, it can actually cause a lot of neck strain and back strain for a lot of people. So if you want a core that actually supports your calisthenics goals and have real good carryover to functional tasks, you need exercises that train the right muscles the right way. So those are some of the reasons why I think the crunch falls short. Now let's get into the 3 exercises that I think everyone should start incorporating and will have good carryover to everyday activities and your calisthenics goals. Now, to start off, we're actually going to be starting off probably with the hardest one on this list, and it is called the Copenhagen Plank. This one is a very, very difficult core exercise, and it also targets your adductor muscle groups, which is a very undertrained area for a lot of us, especially with calisthenics. And all you need to do is just get a surface that is elevated so that you can put your top leg resting onto that surface, and you're going to be in a side plank position on your forearms. Now, the top leg is gonna work to keep your entire body lifted up. Your adductors are gonna be what's helping you keep that straight line body line, and your obliques will be working isometrically to hold you up in this position. Now, this movement is very, very difficult, especially if you have not done this before. And if that is the case, there is an easier variation of this movement, and it's simply by having your knees on the elevated surface instead. What this does is this shortens the lever of the movement, making it a lot easier. But eventually you'll want to be able to build up the strength so that you can do the harder variation or the long lever version. And it is a great way to work your core and your adductor muscles. Now, as I mentioned before, the adductor muscle group is pretty undertrained for a lot of calisthenics athletes because we don't do any direct adductor works. Granted, when we do bodyweight squats, our adductors do work, but it's not the main muscle group that is firing in the movement. So this is a great way to work your obliques along with your deep core, since we are having full body tension in this movement. It teaches you to brace your core and also works your adductors as well. And having good adductor strength is very, very important. A lot of people with knee pain or lower back pain end up having weak hip musculature, such as like your glute med or your adductors and hip flexors. So the rewards that you're able to get from this one movement is too good to just skip out on. Now, you want to be able to build up with this exercise, and a good goal for this exercise is 3 sets of 25 seconds with the short lever variation. And once you get good at that, you can work your way up to 3 sets of 20 seconds for the long lever variation. So start incorporating these into your core routine. These will be a game changer. Exercise number 2 is going to be seated leg lifts. This exercise is incredible as well. It also kills 2 birds with 1 stone, just like the Copenhagen Plank, where that one works your adductors and your deep core stabilizers. The seated leg lifts works your core and your hip flexors as well. This exercise is incredible for calisthenics because this is a direct carryover in strength to the L-sit. The L-sit requires requires us to be in this isometric static position where our abs are contracted, and it also requires a lot of strength in our hip flexors to be able to keep our legs lifted off the ground. Not to mention, having strong, good hip flexors is also great for back pain as well. For a lot of us, they are very undertrained or weak, which can lead to a lot of issues such as poor posture and knee pain as well. So it's important to start incorporating hip flexor work into your routine. Now, if seated leg lifts are a little bit on the harder side at first, you can do this one leg at a time, which will make the movement easier. And generally speaking, you want to try and go up on a 1 second count and then down on a 1 second count as well. You don't want to go too fast and use momentum. We want full body control, which is what calisthenics is. Now, if you're doing one leg at a time, you can have the goal of doing 3 sets of 10 repetitions on each leg. And once you can do that, we want to be able to build up to be able to do double legs at the same time for 3 sets of 10 as well. So if the LSIT is something that you're struggling with, or you feel like your hips just cramp up and they're just not strong enough to lift your legs off the ground, start incorporating this exercise. It will help tremendously. Exercise number 3. This one is going to be the hollow body hold. Now, this one is a gymnastics staple. This is a great core exercise for full body tension. This hollow body position is absolutely critical for calisthenics. Even when it comes to muscle ups, there's a portion of the movement where we are in that hollow body position right before we go up and around the bar. And being able to hold this isometric position for long periods of time is going to have great carryover to every skill, even such as pull-ups and front levers. And if this exercise is too hard right off the bat, you can just go ahead and take your arms out the equation, put your arms underneath your glutes, and just worry about the legs for right now. Try to have the legs off the ground around 6 inches in height and really brace that core. A good goal for this exercise is to be able to do a full hollow body hold for 3 sets of 30 seconds. And if you can do that, you seriously have some really good core strength. Now, those were the 3 core exercises I wanted to talk about in this video. Now let's talk about how often we should do it. So I give you guys a number of sets and reps to have a good goal for, but how often should you do it throughout the week? That's going to depend from person to person. However, for the best effect, I would try and aim to do these 3 to 4 times a week. And you can do all 3 of these at once in the same session, because all 3 of these should take no more than anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes. You can do them at the end of their workout, or you can do it at home before you go to bed. But trying to do anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week will get you some really good core strength. And like I said, by doing all 3 of these core exercises, we are targeting not just our rectus abdominis like a crunch does, but we're also targeting our transverse abdominis, our obliques, our adductors, and our hip flexors. So we are targeting a lot of muscles with these 3 movements. And the carryover to even just functional daily activities and calisthenics is going to be tremendous. These 3 exercises are a staple in my core routine. And if I had to start calisthenics all over again, I would make sure to incorporate these as soon as possible. Or just want to start working out in general, I do have a free 3-day course that teaches you how to start fitness in a consistent manner. This course is not a get abs in 30 days challenge. It's about how to start a workout by building a habit first, and it focuses on starting off in an easy and sustainable way and slowly builds you a habit to be able to show up consistently. So if you've been wanting to start fitness and you feel like you've fallen off multiple times before because you can't stay consistent, this course is for you. There's follow along workout videos, habit trackers, sample workout plans, and more. So make sure you click the link in the description below and sign up for it and join the 300+ students that have already taken advantage of this free course. Other than that, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys give these exercises a shot and start incorporating it into your routine. And let me know in the comments if you can do these movements or if you struggle with them. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. But make sure to follow me on Instagram at the Calisthenics Project for more calisthenics videos and tips. And if you found this video helpful, shoot me a like and make sure to subscribe for more calisthenics content. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to see you in another video of mine. Peace out.